Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Joey Thomas, entrepreneur and small business educator here with 17 Hats. Now, today's video, I love this one because, I love to go out and network with other people. And sometimes networking just kind of happens at the grocery store, at a kid's game, at a dinner. It just kind of happens. But what do you do when someone asks you about your business or even about what you do, and you only have like a minute to let them know what it is that you do, and hopefully they remember it the way that you intended? So today, guys, we're talking about the elevator pitch, okay? So just imagine that you have bumped into a potential client at a networking event, right? He asks you what you and your new company does. Where do you begin? See, this is where an elevator pitch really comes in. Your elevator pitch is a strong, short, and clear message about what your organization does and stands for all in under about 60 seconds, many times even less. Now, would you find this useful? If so, hang out with us here just for a few minutes and let's dive into the elevator pitch. And like always, guys, subscribe to the 17 Hats channel here, click like, and hit that bell for notifications for more videos just like this. All right, so if you think being able to communicate an effective elevator pitch would be beneficial, we are going to dive in and I'm going to share just a few tips with you right now. So an elevator pitch has to be brief. It has to be persuasive and memorable. So when would you use an elevator pitch? Now, let's think about it across quite a few areas, from new client phone calls that might be brief, networking events, social events, just about anywhere that you could run into someone who wants to hear about you and your business but might not have a lot of time to sit and hear the whole story, right? So with an elevator pitch, you can quickly share about what you do in all kinds of scenarios. All right, so now let's talk about how you can come up with your very own elevator pitch. First, I want you to ask yourself these two questions. Ready? So if you're taking notes, this is the time to take notes. Question number one, what is my goal? What's the whole point of you sharing this elevator pitch? Are you trying to sell a product? Are you trying to bring some brand awareness? Are you trying to talk about the values that you have and what your company stands for, maybe how they give back to the community? What's the actual end goal? And here's the thing, that might actually change based on where you're giving your pitch. So you might not give the same pitch at a business networking event as you would a charity event, right? So think about what your goal is going to be before you craft this elevator pitch. Number two, what action do I need them to take? So what do you want them to do at the end of this elevator pitch? Are you just handing them a business card and they stick it in their jacket pocket or their purse and they go about their way? Or is there something you can do, like maybe have them scan a QR code or follow them immediately on social media, maybe LinkedIn, Instagram, whatever it is that you use? What action do you want them to take? Now, I do have a bonus question. I know I said two, but I want you to think, no matter what your goal is, and no matter what action you need them to take, for both of those questions, I want you to think about one overarching question. What do you want your audience to really remember about you? Do you want them to remember that you have a lively personality, that you're funny? Do you want them to remember the possibility of your services, products, or what you're giving back to the community? What do you want them to really, really remember? Okay, so I'll tell you this, for most, the goal is simply to tell potential clients about your business or what you do for a living. Let's just take that premise for today's video. All right, so right now I'm going to give you 5 quick tips on how to come up with your very own elevator pitch. Number 1, I want you to start with the problem that needs solving for a particular market segment. Okay, so think about, this is kind of the very same things you would have thought about when you were thinking about your brand or your company as a whole. Think about what problem you need solving, and you want to share that as part of your elevator pitch. For example, adding a quick statistic or some information that supports the problem actually will add value to what you say. So once you have stated your problem, we have number 2. State the solution to your problem. Now keep in mind, this is all happening very quickly, all in under 60 seconds. You want to state the solution to your problem. What are you bringing to the table, right? In terms of your products, your services, what you're doing in the community, what are you bringing to the table that's going to be the solution to the problem? Now, number 3, mention how that's different from your competition and why. That's your USP. I did another video on what makes you unique, right? What makes you stand out from your competition. You want to put that in your statement as well, okay? Number 4, talk about why you and your team is the perfect fit to offer this product or service or offer this solution to the problem. A little bit about your background, and this is where credibility really comes in, right? You want to build your credibility a little bit, maybe your experience, how long you've been doing it, what just makes you uniquely qualified. And number 5, last but not least, you want to end with a question, because the whole point of an elevator pitch isn't just to throw it out there, hopefully it sticks and you walk away. You're hoping to start a conversation. So at the end of this pitch, you want to end with a question. Or if you don't think it's the appropriate time to end with the question or continue a conversation, end with an invitation to connect. Now that might be getting on your phone and finding them on LinkedIn. That might be connecting on Instagram. That might be scanning some kind of QR code. That might be setting up a coffee date, right? Whatever it is, you want to end with an invitation to connect or with a question to further this conversation. Now, all in all, guys, you want to always be enthusiastic and excited about sharing this pitch. Your tone and demeanor can sometimes say a lot more than the words that you use. Keep that in mind. So let's pull all of these tips together, and I'm going to give you just an example of an elevator pitch that I might use at a networking event. So here we go. My name is Joey Thomas, entrepreneur and small business educator, speaker, and mentor based out of Dallas, Texas. In working with many new small business owners, I've found that one of the key issues they struggle with, how to communicate value to their clients. Now, most were competing on price without raising the perception of the value that they brought to the table. So with my background in psychology and through the experience of the various companies that I own, I help small business owners understand the consumer mind and leverage that knowledge to increase profits, communicate value, and elevate their valuable brand stories. So I want to help small business owners here do the same. In these crazy times, it's the power of community that allows us to stay motivated to do better. We need every bit of that in order not to only provide for our family, but become positive industry leaders and influencers. If you find yourself struggling to compete in a crowded market or need to possibly speak to a new segment of that market, let's have a chat. So I go there, and at the end of that, I'm either connecting in some way. I'm going to end with a question, ask them something about themselves or maybe their thoughts. I'll find a way that's suitable for the environment that I'm in, and I will end it either with a question or an invitation to connect. So hopefully, guys, with those tips today, that you can start crafting your elevator pitch. Again, my name is Joey Thomas, entrepreneur and small business educator here at 17 Hats. If you have any questions or you want to share your elevator pitch right here on this video, please use the comments below and let's discuss. Thank you, guys. I'll see you again soon.